So I'm going to take a stab at what I think the big news for Digibyte is next week. And again, if this news breaks next week, very positive for Digibyte. According to Rudy Bowman, something huge is coming next week. I've already done 2 videos on this the last few days. I told you I had a dream about the price of Digibyte. They gave it to me the first time. They gave me a second number, which was stupid higher compared to the first number. But it was so obvious in that dream, it was like, whoa. It affected me emotionally in the dream, and as I woke up, I was emotional about it. That was crazy. But Digibyte, while everything else is kind of sort of, you know, flat, slightly down, whatever. Old Digi, man. 26, 27, 2.7 cents, whatever. It just keeps doing this nice little run up here. Just like this. We call this the sea. This is called, in technical analysis, this is called the sea serpent symbol. When this alert, really. When the sea serpent alert shows up, what typically happens, you know, past events are not indicative of future performance. Just give me my disclaimer. But when the sea serpent alert, if you will, shows up on the charts, it could go to untold, just untold levels. Now look at the size of that volume, that candle on the 2-hour. Right here. And that just happened, so we're on the next 2-hour. But we still got a little ways to go for it to complete. But that's a lot of volume all of a sudden. Anyways, Jared Tate, he was the founder of Digibyte. He created it, and has kind of took a little bit of a back seat. Remember, he did a big speech on Twitter a while back, kind of a little bit of a back seat. But again, he said there's no real CEO. We're like, you know what I mean? We're all the same. You know, we didn't do an ICO. There's no I'm the boss. You know, there's none of that. So that's kind of interesting. So he says right now, an hour ago, this is a huge step for humanity. Great to see Europe recognizing the need to protect individual privacy and digital rights. A personal blockchain wallet is how we take charge of our digital identities and stay safeguarded by the universal laws of mathematics, cryptography. Referring to this person's statement, European Commission to propose a new secure European e-identity for online transactions via @CPO, whatever, official crypto bulletin, whatever. European Commission to propose a new secure European e-identity. Again, they're just showing a link to that, and you can see some of the comments. Where's that one I thought I saw? Or maybe it was on his. Is it DigiID? Well, you know, considering he is tweeting this a few days ago, Rudy Bowman, also part of the Digibyte team, said we've been having a very important conversation with a top 10 global IT company about some stuff in Europe using DigiID and some other things, some other aspects of Digibyte. And, oh, hey, a few days later, hey, we had another great conversation with that IT company, just FYI. Oh, and by the way, next week, brace for impact or whatever. I'll go find the comment again. And then today, we have Jared Tate of Digibyte. Again, technically speaking, he would be the top dog and founder of Digibyte. You know, he is. So Rudy Bowman, brace for impact. September 15th, we are excited to announce that Digibyte Foundation just had a follow-up call with this leader in IT. We discussed the next best steps to build that bridge to sell Digibyte applications and services to the world. Next week, we will be able to disclose more. Brace for impact. Brace for impact. It's a hell of a statement. Like I keep saying, that's a hell of a statement. Hell of a. God help us all. If my dream number comes true for Digibyte, Because it was such a stupid number at the time when Digibyte was 2.1, 2.2 when I got it. And again, if this happens, if anybody out there, trolls especially, still think something spiritual, whatever, with this woo-woo dude that happened to Joe is not happening, I don't know what I could tell you. You'd be like a liberal lunatic Democrat, me trying to convince you otherwise. I could give you all the examples in the world. I got this. They gave me that dream. They told me this in the pendulum. Again, Theta's we're getting to this price. Woo dude, Theta, my up with Theta. Yep, same with what I got. Okay, boom. Which has just happened. Theta, for the second time, got those prices. Except the second time, I was told no, it's going higher. It's going to go higher than that 55 cents that it did before, which it actually just a little quick little wick up to 58 both times. But this second time, well, so theoretically there was the first time, then there was a second time, and recently was the second time 58, but didn't quite get to 60. And I'm like, huh, that was my lower number. Then it came back down to like 52 cents or something, and then it started going up again the last couple of days. Oh, there it is, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, boom, orders filled. But I had a few more. And I'm not going to say any more about that. Some have filled also. As it got into the 61 cent range, I did have some more fill. Having said that, there's too many things that I got lately in my own mind that there's no way that I just got lucky. I could never be this lucky. It's not a matter of, oh, let's just get this ICO and throw some out the wall and see if it sticks. Okay, well, there's an ICO craze. A lot of them went up, right? You could say maybe you did get lucky. Yeah, you're probably right. But good news is we all made a ton of money if we would have sold. Many of us didn't. We wanted to go higher. We got super greedy, and now we're behind on some of those, if you still have them anyways. But there's other coins we stuck with that are doing great right now. So I can't see if this freaking number that I got for Digibyte, and it's supposed to happen very soon. I keep getting my pendulum. Yes, yes, yes. You're like, it's next week. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. All right. Sorry for asking so many times. All right. And we'll see. We'll see. But now Jared Tate's messaging stuff on, making tweets on Twitter, man. I think we know exactly what's going to happen now. And again, I'm assuming it's next week. This is a huge step forward for humanity. 1 hour ago, Jared Tate. Great to see Europe recognizing the need to protect individual privacy and digital rights. A personal blockchain wallet is how we take charge of our digital identities and stay safe, guarded by the universal laws of mathematics or cryptography. And again, he quotes this other guy, European Commission, to propose a new secure European e-identity for online transactions. Gee, I wonder if there's a big enough hint right now going on from Jared Tate, Rudy Bowman, that, yeah, you know what? Digibyte's going to be picked. You want to know something more incredible than that? Sorry, you got to be a Patreon member to hear this, because I've posted it twice. More recently, the second time, because I felt guided. I have a lot more new Patreon members that probably haven't gone back far enough in the post to see this Sharon Michelle reading she did with her husband, also Jared, about me. And at the end, she starts talking about Digibyte too. And at the very end, she talks about Digibyte. They pretty much have this in the bag, but Digibyte, the team has morals. They don't want to see Digibyte being abused, you know, contact tracing only, and then getting into people's lives, and like, they don't want that. So she goes, they pretty much have the contract. There's going to be something, whether it's the European Union or whatever, and I forget what she said specifically. I mean, I could go play it, but whatever. Something to do with this deal, some deal in the European Union. Is it going to happen? Look, she said yes. More yes than no is what she said. More yes than no. And they just don't want their system being abused. Jared Tate and those people, basically. They have morals. So it seems like what they saw here, it's pretty happy. Makes them pretty happy, because Jared seems to be wanting to move forward with this. Again, about personal privacy, individual privacy, and digital rights. So maybe they came to an agreement. We're going to be used for this way. Okay, we're happy with that. Let's go forward. I have that on recording from months ago. And I wasn't even asking Jared or Sharon Michelle, hey, could you do a reading on my treasure hunt stuff and me again? Like, no. Jared, her husband Jared, not Jared Tate, was just curious himself. I wonder if Joe's ever going to find this. And she's like, yeah, he's going to find it. So she had a lot to say, and he's like, oh my God, I need to record this. And then he accidentally erased it, trying to cut it off of the main reading they were doing for the Patreons of theirs. And he goes, Joe, we're going to redo a whole new one because she had a lot to say. And I'm going to record it. We'll send it to you. I was like, oh, I didn't even know it was going to happen. Cool. So he sends me this thing about this treasure hunting stuff, and I'm a big light. My light's going to get brighter spiritually. I'm going to be bringing people with me. I'm going to light their lights. Like, we're going on a mission. We're going to the new earth, okay? Where we're heading, you could say. So I was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting all that. I didn't know I had this big role for a lot of people, but that's kind of cool. All right, I don't mind being a guiding light in that respect. Okay. And then she gets in the Digibyte. Oh, and Digibyte, da-da-da-da. Wow. Digibyte sounded really good. This was months ago. And I just got guided the other day. I need to repost this on my Patreon for the new people to hear that haven't heard this. Just because. It ain't about my treasure stuff. It could be more about the Digibyte, but maybe the whole thing, because I think the spiritual part in the middle she talks about before the Digibyte, they need to hear that too. That, and then Digibyte's a little bonus, but I think the spiritual thing, they just need to hear this. I think even people who may have heard it before, months later now, it may have a little different impact on them even. Maybe they'll see things in themselves that have been changed already. Like, oh yeah, I do see myself kind of awakening to some of the spiritual stuff, you know. So, anyways, all hail Woo Woo Dude. And if it wasn't for him, I don't think I'd be going through this transition. And it was funny because she said that would happen too in that in the thing I'm telling you about, Sharon Michelle, many months ago. Joe doesn't know what he's going to be in three or 4 years from now. In 3 to 4 years from now, when he looks back, he won't even believe who he was. He's going to be going through such a massive transformation, spiritually speaking. Then Woo Woo Dude came into my life shortly after that and said, Joe, my guides are telling me I need to work with you. Open you up. Start working with you spiritually. Okay, sounds good to me. He says in 3 to 4 months from now, wait till you look back. You'll see a change in yourself. Sure enough, I've got these incredible prophetic dreams happening and all this stuff. Whoa! Price of Digibyte, Theta, what the? You're going to help me pay my house off? The spirit guides want to help me pay my house and others? Okay. Hey, that sounds good to me. And he's right. I look back at some of the stuff, man. But I still remember what Sharon said. Oh, wait till he's 3 to 4 years out. He's just like not even an apprentice. And if I could label it, she said that back, months ago. Maybe now I'm an apprentice, a few months later, maybe. She goes, but it's like that. Like he's not even an apprentice where he's going. Like in 3 to 4 years, it'll be shocking. So I'm like, man, what the hell am I going to be doing? Where am I? Who am I going to be? But I look forward to it. So anyways, good news for Digibyte, it sounds like. I can't wait to see what happens next week. I'm hoping, praying, set your intentions. And even if you don't know the price that I know, that I think it's going to for my dream, just set your intention. I hope Joe's price he got in his dream hits. Because if you are a Digibyte hodler, you own Digibyte, even today when the price is up 28% since a day or two ago, at 2.7 cents. If my number's right, even getting in at 2.7 cents right now would be a hefty, stupid profit coming soon, if that number hits. So you don't need to know my number, unless you're a Patreon member, then you have it. But if you're not, just set the intention. I hope Joe's, J-Step4's dream price of Digibyte comes true. Why? Because I own some too. And if he's doing good, Patreons are doing good, even though I'm not a Patreon, I'll be doing good. So I want to set that good intention out for everybody, because we all will be winners. You will be a winner. If this happens, guaranteed. But I have been instructed to sell also. Don't just hodl through it. Because like anything on great news, it pops, pop, 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 okay, take the profit, and then it comes back down to some level. I don't know with absolute comfortableness, if you will, where it's going to drop to, but I've already gotten numbers that they gave me originally. But again, as we get closer, if that event happens, that's when I'll ask. Like once it, oh my God, it hit. Holy crap, it happened. Okay, let me get my pendulum or a dream or something. Where is it going to go down to? Where should we buy back in? Roughly, because again, if they give me a number, don't you wait for that exact number. You might miss it by a penny. Well, in theta terms, you might miss it by a penny. Digibyte, it could be 1/10 of a penny, 2/10 of a penny. You got greedy, damn it, I missed. So, you know, we've learned our lesson a few times already by waiting for the absolute top we thought it was going to do. I was told, and then got a sliver away from it, and then it came back down to where if we got back in, and then it actually went back to the number. Oh my God, we could have made a second trade if we weren't so greedy. So, lesson learned, right? On that note, take it easy.